Hillary Clinton's popularity slipping in Iowa, according to the latest Bloomberg Politics Des Moines Register Iowa poll. Is Clinton's frontrunner status in jeopardy with Bernie Sanders nipping at her heels? Well, Bloomberg's Phil Mattingly has more on the jostling in the first caucus state. Phil, what's behind the sudden slowdown in Hillary's support, and is Bernie Sanders directly benefiting?
Bonnie, it's more Bernie Sanders than it is people upset about Hillary Clinton. Look, if you look at the email situation that a lot of people have been, at least Democrats have been very wary about what this will have an impact when it comes to Hillary Clinton in the months ahead, that's not actually what concerns these people on this poll, and that should be considered more problematic than anything else for Hillary Clinton's campaign. If you look at the numbers, guys, according to the Bloomberg Politics Des Moines Register Iowa poll, Bernie Sanders' favorability is up almost 25 points just in the last 2 months. 93% of the people who say they support Bernie Sanders say they support him because they like his ideas, not because they're against Hillary Clinton. So, guys, what this is showing is not only has Hillary Clinton lost a third of her support over the course of the last 2 months, but that the ideas that Bernie Sanders are bringing to the table are more appealing to Iowa voters, that first caucus state, than what Hillary Clinton has been bringing to the table over the last couple months.
That's a pretty phenomenal loss. What are the kinds of words that are sticking out in voters' heads when it comes to Clinton and then Ben Carson?
I think what's interesting with Clinton, again, is that you see her favorability is at 77%. It's very high. People actually like her. Over 65% of Democrats say that if she were to go into a general election, they have every confidence that she would win. So it's not like there's a mass revolt amongst the Democrats against Hillary Clinton. So I think her campaign, again, is situated to win, and it's deeper than anybody else's campaign. Right. I think it's the ideas that concern most. Vonnie, you bring up Ben Carson. I think even more interesting, possibly, than the Democratic numbers. You look at the Republican numbers here, 95% of Republicans in this poll say they're either completely unsatisfied or, quote, mad as hell at current politicians. That underscores the numbers you're looking at when you look at Donald Trump at 23% and Ben Carson, the retired neurosurgeon, at 18%. Yeah. There's a string of talented and accomplished Republican candidates that aren't even clearing into the double digits, guys.
I'm glad, Phil, you bring up talented and accomplished. I'd go to the Republican candidate from Chicago. One Kanye, am I pronouncing it right, Vonnie? Help me here. Kanye West. We saw that at the VMAs last night. Kanye stepping up as a presidential candidate for 4 years on. What happened, Phil, to government experience? Mr. West, no government experience. Mr. Trump, no government experience. Dr. Carson, no government experience. How did we get here?
Well, look, I think Kanye clearly took a look at our Iowa poll over the weekend and saw that this is what the people were saying, this is what the people want. To quote him from last night, Tom, and I think this was a really salient point, listen to the kids, bro. And what he's saying right now, even though he claimed, you know what upset me actually, he's going to get a couple Pinocchios from last night. He claimed that he was a millennial. Tom, as a millennial, that's offensive to me. He is not a millennial. He does not fall into that area whatsoever. But in seriousness, guys, if you look at what's going on right now in the Republican primary, the thing that has Republican strategists flummoxed, the thing that has these campaigns that have been set up for a couple of years now for supposed top-tier candidates like Scott Walker, like Jeb Bush, is that they're just not resonating right now. The message of their accomplishments don't seem to matter at all in the early states, and I think that's very problematic. Even though it's the summer, there's a lot of time left, they haven't found anything yet that really sticks with voters, and that's why you're going to continue to see Donald Trump and Ben Carson resonate, guys.